Does your money run out before the month does? Not because you're irresponsible, not because you're bad with numbers. You're working hard. You've got a real salary. You did everything you were told to do. But the financial stress didn't go away, did it? Every month, the same thing. Paycheck lands, bills come out, groceries, gas, subscriptions. And by the 20th, you're watching your balance like a gas gauge on a long road trip. Hoping it holds out just a little longer? And here's what makes it worse. You're not living lavishly. You're living a completely normal American life. And somehow that completely normal life is consuming every single dollar you make. 51% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck right now, in 2026. Not people at the poverty line, not people who made bad choices. 1 in every 2 Americans. And a huge chunk of those people are earning between $50,000 and $100,000 a year. People who, by every reasonable measure, should be building wealth. My name is Mike. Welcome to Money with Mike. Real money, real math, real strategies for real people. Subscribe. Every week, I put out content for people who earn decent money and can't figure out where it goes. Here is the most important sentence in this entire video. Living paycheck to paycheck on $75,000 is not an income problem. It is a system problem, and the difference between those two things is everything. Because if it's an income problem, get the promotion, get the raise, pick up a side hustle. A lot of people spend years chasing that solution. They get the raise, and 12 months later, they're still anxious on the 20th. Because the raise didn't fix it, the extra income didn't fix it, and it never will. Let me show you with real numbers. $75,000 a year. That's $5,200 a month take home after taxes. $5,200 a month. In most of America, that should be enough to live well and save meaningfully. So where does it actually go? Rent or mortgage, $1,600. Car payment, $550. Car insurance, $180. Groceries, $600. Utilities, $250. Phone bills, $180. Subscriptions, $200. Gas, $180. Dining out, $350. Clothing, $150. Kids' activities, $200. Miscellaneous, the thing you didn't see coming, $300. Add it all up, that's $4,740. Out of $5,200, you have $460 left. That $460 has to cover your emergency fund, retirement, vacation savings, kids' college, everything. Which, with a family, is never actually $460 of expenses. It's always more. That is how you end up paycheck to paycheck on $75,000 a year. Not reckless, not irresponsible. Here's where it gets important. Every single item on that list felt completely reasonable when you agreed to it. The apartment was fair for the area. The car payment was manageable when you financed it. None of those decisions felt like financial destruction. They felt like normal adult life. This is the trap. Death by 1,000 reasonable choices. There is a name for this: financial creep. Your expenses expanding silently to fill whatever income you have. Bigger salary, nicer apartment, You can afford it now. Promotion. Newer car. Consistent with where you are. Income goes up. Expenses match. Gap stays the same. Paycheck to paycheck continues. This is why people earning $50K feel broke. $100K feels broke. $200K feels broke. Income doesn't fix it. And I want to address something. A lot of middle-income earners carry shame about this. They feel like they should know better, like struggling on a decent salary is more embarrassing. Let me be completely clear. There is no shame in this. You are the exact target of a system designed to capture you. The subscription companies, the car financing industry, the housing market, all optimize to capture your income. They're not capturing your weakness. They're capturing your normalcy. Responsibility without self-blame is a much more powerful starting point than responsibility wrapped in shame. So let's talk about the fix. Not a budgeting app, not a cut your coffee fix, a system. A simple 3-step system that runs on autopilot, because willpower is finite. Systems are not. Step 1. Pay yourself first. And I don't mean the leftover at the end of the month. Before the rent, before groceries, before anything else, a predetermined amount moves automatically. 10% of take-home. On $5,200, that's $520. Automatic. Day after payday, invisible. Here's what happens. Within 60 to 90 days, your brain stops thinking that $520 is money you have. Your brain is incredibly good at living within whatever it believes its actual budget to be. And that $520 a month invested at 10% for 25 years, $687,000 from one decision made once. Step 2. The one bill audit. Every month, look at one recurring expense and ask one question. Not all your bills, just one. One insurance policy, one phone plan, one subscription. Because your expenses aren't wrong. They're just unreviewed, and unreviewed expenses always get more expensive. Done every month, the one bill audit consistently frees up $30 to $150 without feeling like you gave anything up. That's $1,200 to $1,800 a year, found in 15 minutes per month, without changing your lifestyle at all. Step 3. The gap goal. Stop measuring your financial health by how much you earn. Start measuring it by how much you keep. The gap, the difference between income and expenses. A person earning $50K with a $600 gap builds more wealth than a person earning $100K with a $100 gap. Wealth is not built by how much comes in. It's built by how much stays. Your gap goal: every 3 months, widen the gap by just $100. That's it. Over 12 months, you've widened the gap by $400. Over 3 years, over $1,000 more per month staying. And a $1,000 monthly gap invested consistently, that's the beginning of real generational wealth. I know some of you are thinking, Mike, you don't know my situation. You don't know my rent. You're right. I don't know your specific numbers, but I know this. The people who say they can't find $520 to automate, in almost every case, the money is already there. The one bill audit will show you where. The automatic transfer will retrain your brain. The gap goal gives you direction. The paycheck to paycheck cycle feels permanent because it's been running on autopilot for so long. It isn't reality. It's a pattern, and patterns can be interrupted. Systems can be changed. Here's what I want you to do right now. Not tomorrow, right now. Open your bank app. Find the automatic transfer. Set up $100 to move the day after your next payday. Not $520, not 10%, just $100. Because the most important step is not the perfect step, it's the first one. Once you see it work, once you see the account adjust, the brain recalibrate, you'll increase it. The 51% living paycheck to paycheck will mostly still be there in 10 years, not from bad luck, from waiting. They kept chasing the income solution to a system problem. You now know the difference. You now have the 3 steps. You know where to start. The cycle ends the day after your next payday. Make that transfer. Money with Mike. See you next week.